Well, hello there, Taurus. We're beginning your weekly reading for this upcoming week with the Marine Life card talking about richness. So I have been struggling to get this reading done, and I feel like if you've been struggling with something for a long time, it's going to come to an end throughout this week. Anyways, but I feel like you are on one note burnt out, but on another note, you are embodying this rich energy throughout the week that is taking over. And I feel that it's really starting to, I'm getting the wording, it's spilling into your external reality. It's like you're creating this richness outside of you without even realizing it. And this is not only going to epically support your bright, rich Taurus future, but it's helping your current day reality become more wealthy, become more successful, more ideal. And so don't be surprised when it ends up being a week where naturally the imperfections, the difficulties still in smaller ways are, just as much pointed out. But then they're asking you, why do you feel like things are going to improve? Because they are. And you're a very, very intuitive soul. But let's move on to the tarot portion of your reading. There's something about you building something very, very consistently, very efficiently. And you're speaking your word throughout the week. You're getting your voice out there and you're saying, screw the bullshit. That's kind of your energy at certain points. I'm not trying to be heavy in energy, even if I am at certain points, but I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to get myself ahead. I'm going to clean my life up in certain ways. And I'm just not in the mood to mess around. But you can feel it. You can hear it. You're a little bit overly serious throughout the week, so we're needing to each kind of loosen up a bit. Get the loosey-gooseys is what I just heard. Spirit may come through to make you chuckle or feel less uptight somehow. Now, look at this. In the midst of being alone, I feel like there's heavy, maybe emotional or moody energy around you. This could be a spirit that feels like you could help them heal, or just maybe is just there, but it definitely could be, say, someone you're living with, working with, but then putting this into a different message or turning it into one. You're going to find that throughout the week, you are at certain points are overstimulated. Things are affecting you. Energy is everywhere. But I feel like you are in the midst of a week as well where when you're alone, you need to heal. When you're alone, you are feeling burnt out still, right? You're feeling negatively affected, maybe, again, heavy in energy. And so we're needing you to heal. You've been through some BS. Anyways, but we're shifting on forward in a very, very spiritual way. I feel like you are going to be understanding so much throughout the week because of spirits that you never, ever have met. And I feel like your intuition is really speaking loud and clear throughout the week. But you're creating such mystery as well, part of which is because of your rich presence, your rich energy. But then I feel because a lot of you recently and throughout this week are becoming more of a spiritual being, that's going to be different from case to case. You're creating this mystery. Okay. Please drink enough water throughout the week because I feel like there's a lot really dehydrating you at this time. Gotta get my water in, excuse me. But also I feel like you're kind of this mixture between a perfectionist and the complete opposite. Does that make sense? Where I feel like you want things to be on point, but then you're trying not to force it. Okay, so now putting the Hermit card on the board, I feel like there's something about you starting to question yourself a little bit when you're in your Hermit mode. Don't do it. But I feel like there's a much more efficient way about how you're staying within your own lane. It's maybe a feeling of a lot of you not wanting to overly or in general associate yourself with certain people. Maybe things have been a bit tricky recently and you maybe feel that they could still become tricky or sticky. And so you're just trying to keep it as simplistic as possible. There's a feeling of this week reminding a lot of you as well, less is more. Less is more. It's almost a feeling as well like you don't mean to overdo it in certain moments. it just kind of comes to be. But I also feel like you are in an extreme manifestation mode. If we didn't say it already in this attempt, you manifested something huge before this week period. It feels like at the end point of the previous week, and it's benefiting you greatly at this time. You're going to feel like Spirit is saying, climb higher, okay? Take a risk, do something different, switch things up, play more, enjoy yourself, get out and about, go on adventures. Don't do the same thing over and over and expect the same results. That's coming through for a lot of you for obviously one, if not multiple reasons. But I need you to look at this week as a new beginning, all right? Look at this week as a new start in a lot of ways, because it's this energy that feels, it's like you're trying to let go of the past and then it pops back up. You're trying to let go of the past, but then you're reminded of it, okay? And so they're needing you to remember that the past is the effing past. Let it go, let it flow, and embrace the new. You may be thinking a lot at this time about what you have yet to achieve, what you still need to acquire. There's a lot of thinking about sparking the new. And this came up in a recent reading as well. A lot will be coming up in regards to water. Oh, the energies are all over the place. The Chariot card over here, because I feel like in such mysterious ways you are motivated. You're going to find that at certain points, Taurus, you're in this motivated energy where things are getting in your way. Things are trying to teach you, even spirits are trying to remind you that patience is one of your best tools. You're fighting against divine timing in certain small ways while you're trusting divine timing in bigger ways. Okay? But look at this. You will be victorious. I just feel like a lot feels off at this time. You're wanting to feel better about the energy at hand, but I just don't think you will by the end of this week. Pause, and you learn and remember a lot, because I feel like you want to go. You want to flow, but then you're almost working against what you're trying to create, what you're trying to achieve. And so the art of pausing, stopping at certain points, I feel like that'll help you succeed more. The Eight of Wands over here, because you're going to feel it's a time for you to be receiving more spiritual communication. Spirit has more to say that they haven't been able to say. Spirit wants you to ignore the background noise, as I'm sure you can hear what I'm dealing with, because it's just a temporary situation, okay? It's just a temporary situation. Thinking about when something feels out of place, don't try to force it, because things are going to feel out of place at this time, and I don't see you being able to do a hell of a lot in regards to it. But the Seven of Pentacles over here, because I sense that you are watering this and that of importance, and then when it comes to the point where you can't water it anymore, then you don't, okay? I also want to remind you that your foundation of importance, however that ends up looking for you, is going to make you rich. It's going to make you rich, okay? Okay, somebody's going to start a business out of their home, and that's the foundation that they're speaking about. But a lot of you, it's more about, your project, your business, something of the sort that you already have been working on. Anyways, and I feel like a lot of you are being paid very close attention to at this time. It's a little bit annoying. I do feel like there's some amounts of attention, eyes peeled upon you that you need, maybe even want. But then it's this feeling of maybe, say, an authority figure watching you at a certain point when they really don't need to, or people staring at you in a judgmental light, whatever. But people will be noticing you. So let's wrap up your reading by saying this week will feel a little bit all over the place, okay? But you are stepping into this, most importantly, this rich energy, and you're creating now and moving forward this rich existence, this rich life that you deserve. Take care, Taurus.